In 1987, the CIA was spending over $630 million per year inside Pakistan, not to protect Pakistan, not to help Pakistan, to use it. And when the job was done, they left. And everything they left behind, the guns, the drugs, the ideology, is still destroying Pakistan today. This is Operation Cyclone, Declassified. To understand what happened to Pakistan, you need to understand the world in 1979. The Cold War was at its peak. America and the Soviet Union were locked in a global chess match, not fighting each other directly, but using smaller countries as their pieces. In December 1979, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. For Washington, this was a nightmare. If Afghanistan fell completely to the Soviets, the USSR would share a border with Pakistan and be just 300 miles from the Persian Gulf oil routes. America needed a response, a covert one, a deniable one. They needed someone to fight this war for them. They chose Pakistan. Pakistan in 1979 was ruled by one man, General Zia-ul-Haq. He had come to power through a military coup in 1977. He had hanged Pakistan's elected Prime Minister, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, and he was desperate for international legitimacy. Then the CIA came knocking. The offer was simple. Pakistan would become the gateway for American weapons and money into Afghanistan. In return, Pakistan would receive billions in military and economic aid. When Jimmy Carter first offered $400 million, Zia reportedly called it peanuts. He held out. And when Ronald Reagan came to power, Pakistan got $3.2 billion. The program was given a code name, Operation Cyclone. It would become one of the longest and most expensive covert operations in CIA history. Here's how the operation worked. The CIA funneled billions of dollars and thousands of weapons through Pakistan's intelligence agency, the ISI. But there was a catch. Zia-ul-Haq's government got to decide which Afghan fighters received the weapons, and Zia chose the most radical Islamist groups, not because they were the best fighters, but because they matched his vision of an Islamized Pakistan and an Islamized Afghanistan on its border. The CIA knew this. A declassified CIA memo from 1987 explicitly warned that Pakistan's support for Islamist insurgents could have long-term consequences for regional stability. They funded it anyway. Meanwhile, something else was happening inside Pakistan. Weapons sent to Karachi for Afghan fighters were frequently sold on the local market instead. Heroin trafficking, used to finance Mujahideen logistics, was flourishing with ISI protection. By 1985, a CIA official visited Pakistan and met the rebel leaders. He told them he was worried weapons were being stockpiled. They laughed and said, "You're absolutely right. We're keeping some. Because one day, the United States won't be here, and we'll need to continue the fight alone." That sentence would define the next 40 years of history. In 1989, the Soviets withdrew from Afghanistan. America declared victory, and then America left. The aid stopped almost overnight. The CYA moved on to its next operation. But Pakistan was left with everything the war had created. Millions of Kalashnikovs that never went back. A heroin epidemic that had made Pakistan one of the world's largest drug routes. Thousands of madrasas built to produce fighters, now filled with young men with no war to fight. By the 1990s, Karachi, once one of Asia's most modern cities, had become, in the words of one researcher, one of the most violent cities in the world. The sectarian groups that Zia had empowered with American money turned on each other. Then they turned on civilians. The radical ideology that had been deliberately cultivated to fight the Soviets had now taken root inside Pakistan's own soil. And the Taliban, the movement that would eventually shelter Osama bin Laden, trigger the American invasion of Afghanistan after 9/11, and send Pakistan back into another decade of war. That word, Taliban, comes from the Arabic word for student. Students of the madrasas that Operation Cyclone helped build. Here is the question that Pakistani history books never ask. Did Zia-ul-Haq know what this deal would cost Pakistan? He was not a fool. He was a calculating, intelligent military man. The evidence suggests he made a deliberate choice, short-term dollars and weapons and power in exchange for Pakistan's long-term stability. A 1987 declassified CIA memo warned about exactly this. The ISI knew, the generals knew, the people of Pakistan were never asked. When Operation Cyclone ended, America got what it wanted. The Soviet Union collapsed 2 years later. Pakistan got Kalashnikovs on its streets, heroin in its cities, and a generation of young men trained for a war that never truly ended. Operation Cyclone is officially history, but its consequences are still being lived by 240 million Pakistanis today, and Zia-ul-Haq, the man who made the deal, died in a mysterious plane crash in 1988, along with the American ambassador and the CIA station chief. Was it an accident? That is the next file.